You know what really grates my cheese is when a woman says, "Oh, but where have all the good men gone?" We've all heard this, lads. And I've been there a couple of times in conversation in person with a couple of women who said this. And when they've heard those words come out of their mouths, I've wanted to just roll up my sleeves, stretch, say, "Love, how much time have you got?" Yeah, because I'm going to explain in detail where all the good men have gone. It's no wonder. So what? Men don't know their place anymore. Men don't understand what society expects from them anymore. Right now, for better or for worse, gender roles used to be very clear. We had very defined gender roles. The men, they were the protectors and the providers. They went to work, they brought home the bacon, they protected the family, they were strong, generally, right? Provided for them, masculine, okay, head of the family, head of the household. And the women, they stayed at home, they looked after the house, they took care of their man, they took care of their kids, and so on. And then, it all changed, right? 60s come along, birth control pill, women are in the workplace. Women are saying, then we're being brought up with women saying, we want 50-50. We don't need a man to provide for us no more. We can provide for ourselves. We can pay for ourselves. So at least we want 50-50. Equal. We're equal now. It's all about being equal. And then women start saying, "I don't need a man to protect me. I don't need no man. I don't need no man. I protect myself. I take care of myself." The guys are like, "Okay, cool. That's fine. 50-50. You look after yourself. You don't need a man. We don't need to protect you. Well, that's cool. That's cool. That's what you want then. That's fine." Women saying, men, the typical patriarchy. Men just want to keep women in the home. It's misogynist. It's misogynistic. Men are sexist. It's oppression of women. We should be able to do what we want. We can have it all. We can go to work. We can be a mom. We can be all this, and we can have our cake and eat it, everything. Guys are like, "Okay, cool. We get it. You can have it all. You can do it. You don't want to live that way anymore. That's fine. Okay, maybe we were oppressing you for a long time. Maybe we were doing that. Now here's your freedom. Have it. Sounds good. Come to the workforce. Sounds good. All good." And then, while all this is playing out, right, they're saying, the typical strong masculine man, that's all a front. That's toxic masculinity. You've got to be in touch with your emotions. You shouldn't be so aggressive. You should be more emotional and more caring, more delicate. Guys are like, "All right, cool. Cool, all sounds good. That's what you want? Okay. Maybe we've been doing it wrong this whole time. We ain't going to war anymore, so we'll chill. We'll talk about our emotions. Won't be so aggressive." These guys are like, "Yep, all right." And then all that plays out. And it flips again. And then women are like, "Nah, I need a real man." I need a real man. I need a man. He needs to be earning 6 figures. He needs to be 6'5". He needs to be fucking huge donkey dick and all this. He needs to be a man. He needs to be a kid. He needs to provide for me. He needs to protect me and all this. He needs to be an alpha. And guys are like, whoa, what the hell? And now you're telling us we're soft, and now you're leaving us. We're being emotional. We're talking about emotions, and now you're leaving us whatever we do. And what's going on here? And all the while, the good guys, right? A lot of the good guys were lapping it up. The blue pill, Disney fairy tale, we'll be the good guys, we'll do what you want. Oh, you say you want us to be this way, we'll do that. We'll provide for you, we'll be in the home, we'll do the housework, we'll do the chores. We'll take you out all the time, we'll buy you all the nice things, we're nice, we're pleasant. They're getting cheated on, they're getting divorced. They're getting passed off to the side while she's off with Chad and Tyrone, the type of guy that women have been saying we shouldn't be for so long. Come on, man. Where do you think all the good guys have gone? Oh, man. I don't know who's more confused. Are the women more confused or the men are more confused? We don't know what they are. What do you guys want? What society wants? Last time I checked, buildings need to be built, roads need to be built, cars need to be done, wars need to be fought. Are you telling us that's the patriarchy? And look, it's no wonder men have checked out. It's no wonder so many men have given up on women. And you go in and you unpack the whole social media dating thing and hypergamy on steroids. Guys just don't. Guys are just, so many guys, they've been burnt, they've been hurt, they've been rejected. So many times they said, fuck this, I'm out. And I get it. I get it and I respect it. And I don't blame them. I don't blame them. Now, if you're new here, I'm a married guy. I'm married. Been with my missus 13 years, got 2 kids. Now, I don't recommend the whole MGTOW thing. I don't recommend going and just completely giving up. Right? Because I think if we're really honest with ourselves, I think if even though the hardcore MGTOW guys, right, they've gone down that route for a reason. If they're honest, most of them, not all of them, but most of them would say the ideal would be to find someone that they get on great with, that they have a great relationship with, right? I think that is the ideal. It's the ideal for most guys. It really is. We want to find someone. We want to find someone that we get on great, we have a great relationship, and we can start a great family together with. But I understand, and maybe you thought you had it, and then she burned you, cheated on you, divorced you, left you, took the kids. In this case, when you've been burnt so bad, right? Fair enough. You don't want to you just like, fuck this, I'll just do me. Now, for you younger guys and you're finding it tough going, maybe you've been hurt here or there, I don't recommend checking out completely. But men are reacting to the state of the game. It's natural. The rules are changing, and men are they're checking out. That's just a reaction. It's a pendulum swing. But I think it's pendulum swing, just like pendulum swings, one extreme to the other. I don't think we have to go to that extreme, but I think what we do have to do, we definitely have to adapt. I don't agree with completely checking out being that's the answer. I think biggest thing is, fuck the messages of society, right? You've got to do you. Whether you're single or in a relationship. If you're in a relationship, don't go for what society expects the relationship to be, what the women expect, what the men expect. Just you do you and you figure out what works for you and what you want and what you guys want and works for you, right? Whatever the fuck that is. But if you're single, we do have to adapt. And I think it starts from a place, and I've mentioned this before, you've got to be okay, or you've got to come to terms and come to peace with the idea that you might be alone forever. You've got to try to get a place. I'm not saying it's easy. I can't explain to you in this video all the steps you have to do that, because it's complex, it's layered, it's personalized. But you've got to try to get to a place where you can at least be at peace with that idea. You can say, all right, I'm good. I'm in a good place. I like me. I like my life. And if I'm not going to meet anyone else, I can deal with it. I've got my hobbies, I've got my passions, I've got my my purpose. I got me, I got my friends, I got some family close. I'll be okay. Because that's the foundation. Because I think if you don't have that foundation, then guys just get desperate and they settle. And they settle for women that they don't really satisfied with. They know they shouldn't really be with. And that almost 99% of the time leads to unhappiness, more unhappiness in the long run. You're going to be way unhappier, way stressed, way more problems than if you actually just stayed single. So I think that's a foundation we should start from. But we've also got I think the other thing is, if you're going and you're trying to meet someone, I don't think you should complete cut off. I think you should focus on you, do your thing, live your life. I don't think you should completely check away from dating. Don't be obsessive about it. Every now and then you come in, approach a girl, you can send some messages, hook up, arrange a date, whatever, but you go in with low expectations, but high standards. What do I mean? Low expectations, right? We all know the issues. Modern day women, they're indoctrinated. They're fed all these lies and nonsense, and there's dating apps and their egos and delusions through the roof. We all know this. So low expectations. You go into these dates, meeting these women with super low expectations that you're going to find a good woman. But you keep your standards for what you want in a woman very high. I think I don't know, I'm thinking about it. I think that's maybe the best balance we can have that isn't checking out. Because you keep your standards high, expectations low, but standards high, you know what you want, right? If you know who you are, if you know that you'll be okay being alone forever, but you'll have a better understanding of the type of a woman that's actually going to come along and actually you're going to want to be with, right? If she does then come along, go for it, man. Go for it. Don't be scared. Don't be scared to be hurt. Put yourself out there. Go for it. But like I said, low expectations, high standards. If a girl doesn't meet those standards, I think it's better to just leave it. Than just the sake of just getting a bit of ass, having a bit of company, not feeling so lonely. I don't know, man. I don't ever see that playing out well in the long term. And then you figure out if it works out, amazing. Works out, and then you do you. Don't live up and try to set the rules of your relationship by what the society expects. Define what you want, what you expect, how you want the relationship to go, how you can make it work with the other person, and that's it. Fuck society and what they want. In society, generally, those rules are written by women, the female collective. They don't know what they want. The last 50, 60 years have proved that, how confused they are. So, unless you, like I said, don't have to completely give up, but low expectations, high standards. And you might have a chance. You might have a chance. It's a slim chance that you'll find someone. But there's always a chance. There are good women out there. There are good women. Again, social media does make you think that there's hardly any. There are some good ones out there. There are. And if you're honest with yourself and that's what you do want, you want a good woman in your life, I think this is the best approach. Where you don't have to give up. Put yourself out there every now and then. Don't put pressure on it. Low expectations, high standards. What's your thoughts, lads?